11. Justice. This card represents fairness and equality. Everything in the universe has a balance. What you put in is what you get out. From the picture on the card, you can see a man in a high position with a scale in his left hand and a sword in his right hand. The scale signifies the courts, the jury, and the verdict. The sword is there to bless you or punish you. This card is also saying that you should always strive to be upstanding and live right because you will be accountable for your ways and actions. When you see this card in the reading, it could refer to a legal matter that you are dealing with. It could be a criminal or civil case, a divorce, a business dispute, or a matter. Any situation you are dealing with in the legal system will be handled without bias. 12. The Hangman. The Hangman represents faith, letting go, and letting the higher power take command. The man on the card is in a position of surrender. He has no more power of his own, yet you see the symbol of enlightenment around his head, meaning that everything is going to be okay and forces outside of his control will uplift the situation. The Hangman is about believing and sacrificing, realizing there's nothing more you can do, and now it's time to cash in on the love and blessings from the Most High. When you see this card in the reading, it means fall back. Let the powers that be operate. You are not in this world alone. You are part of the fabric of the universe, and you are loved and needed. 13. Death. When people see the death card, it brings horror, dread, and panic to their heart. But this card does not necessarily mean a physical death and demise. The death card means the end of a chapter or time to terminate a situation. It could be the end of a relationship, a job, or a friendship that ran its course. Out with the old and in with the new. It's time to make a change. The death card is about eliminating old tired circumstances that have no life left in them, but maybe you found it difficult to let go. This card lets you know it's over. When you see this card in the reading, analyze the situations in your life. It is possible that one or more of them need to be finished. Also, depending on the reading question and the position of the death card in the spread, it could refer to a deceased loved one in some particular matter. 14. Temperance. This card is about maintaining your composure, dealing with balance, and controlling your emotions. When dealing with a situation, or better yet in a competition such as a sport like basketball or boxing, you try not to get too excited or too angry. Instead, you focus on the moment, examining your every move, then everything goes into slow motion. This is what you call entering the zone. At this point, you have full control over everything happening, inside and outside. Nobody can stop you. You are like Neo in the Matrix. This is what temperance is about. When you see this card in the reading, it means it's time to calm down, regroup, and manage your emotions and spirit. It also means you need self-control and internal stability to gain true power. 15. Devil. This card stands for ignorance, temptation, and materialism. The devil is the one who lures you down the wrong path in order to fulfill his prophecy. Doing negativity as a means to justify the end is a poor excuse for wicked actions. But the irony is that in this world, good cannot exist without evil. They both define each other. The best you could do is strive to make the right decision when you are at the fork in the road. When you see this card in the reading, it can mean that you are stuck in a materialistic mind state and maybe you need to dig deeper for true satisfaction and happiness. Also, it can mean that there are negative forces around you and you need to recognize them and deal with it. 16. Tower. The Tower card represents chaos or change in a dramatic fashion. Look at the image on the card. You see lightning striking the tower, people falling to their demise. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. The tower was at the top of the town, overlooking all beneath them, with the people in the tower basking in their own ego and glory. And without warning, all is lost. This card lets you know to get off your high horse. You've accumulated so much that you separated yourself from the people and the values of the wise and humble to the point where a drastic change had to occur. When you see this card in the reading, it means watch your step. Get back down to earth before you get knocked down with no mercy. Depending where this card is positioned in the spread and the question asked, it could mean you had gone through a sudden change in your life, and some answers can be found as the reading unfolds. 17. The Star. The Star card represents inspiration, your thoughts, ideas, and dreams. When you look at the stars, you see infinite potential. Your visions can come true. You realize the universe has so much uncharted territory. You start to understand man does not know everything, and there is a way for you to stake your claim. Is the earth the only place where life exists? Are there other dimensions? Do they have civilizations more advanced than ours out there? These are the questions asked when you look up at the stars. When you see this card in the reading, it means use your creativity. There is a way for you to shine. It could also mean that you need to keep an open mind and consider new ideas that come across your path. 18. The Moon. This card represents the emotional world. Your anger, happiness, fear, love, lust, sadness. You can be the most intelligent person in the world, but if you can't control your emotions, you will be headed for doom. Sometimes you need to travel on an emotional plane and analyze the currents and waves of the ocean within yourself. Remember, the human body is 75% water, and the moon has a big effect on us and our feelings, just like it has on the ocean. Between the mental and spiritual plane is the emotional plane, so it's very important to get in tune with those vibes. When you see this card in the reading, it means you or somebody's feelings had to be taken into consideration. It could also mean that maybe a few adjustments to your emotions can rearrange your situations and problems. 19. The Sun. The sun means shining in the glory, being the number one star. The sun card represents greatness, everything going right. The ego is on full blast. You are receiving all the attention. The problem with that is the lack of humbleness. The sun card represents a lot of positive attributes, but at the same time, depending on how it is applied in a reading, you have to be careful, because when you are in the spotlight for your abundance, that can breed envy and jealousy from other directions. When you see this card in a reading, either you or someone related to your question is shining bright. Depending on the position of the card in the spread and the issue at hand, it could tell you that you are headed for a victory, or you or someone else gets a lot of attention. 20. Judgment. The Judgment card represents revelation. Everything is on the surface. The dark has come to the light. On the card, you see the angel in the sky blowing the horn, signifying celebration, that all is being revealed. Then you see the people at the bottom in the nude rejoicing, showing they have nothing to hide. All is exposed. All the burden has been lifted off your chest, and the truth has set you free. When you see this card in the reading, it means everything is on the table. Now you know what you are dealing with. Nothing pertaining to the situation is being hidden, and you feel relief. 21. The World. This card represents the big picture, the last card of the Major Arcana, and everything is in view to be evaluated. When you look at the card, you see the man in the upper left corner representing supreme intelligence and wisdom. Then you see the eagle in the right-hand corner representing the ability to rise and fly high. In the bottom left corner, you see the bull representing strength and steadiness. In the bottom right corner is the lion for courage and heart. In the middle of the card is the lady with a wand in each hand, showing that she can control all these powers with the knowledge she possesses and the experiences she's been through. When you see this card in the reading, it means the power is within you. You need to put faith in what you have to get the job done. There is no need to look at outside sources for guidance. You have paid your dues and now you're the alpha. Depending where this card is at in the spread and the question being asked, it can mean you are at the point of completion, or you have drifted away from your confidence and need to go back, or you are headed in that path.